Okay, so first thing is accessing the program we're going to be using. So it's called PixLR. So this gives us almost a replication of how Photoshop works, but a free online version. So we're going to click on this website link. When you get to this page, it says PixLR-E. This is a paid for one, so we're not going to use that. Or PixLR-X, we're going to use that one. Okay. So we click on here. If we see this section here where you see the open image button, there's just below where it says create new. Okay, so we're going to click on create new, but we have to set up this file size. So these are the exact measurements you need to put in to emulate an A3 piece of paper. Okay, so for the width, we're going to go 2480 pixels. And for the height, we're going to go 3508. Okay, so for the title, Studio Art Composition. Okay, that's what we're going to name it. So this is what you need to do before you start anything. Then we go create. Okay, so there's a few things that we're going to be using today. On the right hand side here, this is our layers. So every time we import an image, it's going to be on a new layer. There's a few things you can do. If you want to lock a layer, that way it can't be moved. Or if you want to hide it, you can click hidden. So that's if you're working on more than one image and you want the other one out of the way because it's confusing you. That's what you can use. For the moment, we're going to keep it visible and unlocked. So the very first step, if we roll down here, we can see add image. So we're going to go add image and browse. So hopefully now on your computer, you have a folder on your desktop ready to go. Okay. If you're on an iPad, you'll simply just go through to your photos and hopefully they are in order downloaded. Okay, so I've got my Studio Art images. The very first thing we're going to work on is the portrait. Okay, so at the moment I've got my artboard here with my picture included, but it's a bit zoomed in. So you can just scroll on your mouse pad to zoom in or out. So if we drag the corners, making sure to keep it in proportion and scale, the first thing we're going to do is get it to the size that we want it. Okay, so we want it to take up at least half the page, okay, or more if possible. So we've got that here, and that is ready. So now we can go down to cut out. Okay, so there's two tools you can use. You can use the Magic Cutout tool, which you can see here, is simply getting rid of the background. But you can see it's not quite catching the parts I want, and it's cut out parts of the character that I actually still want to keep. Okay, so what I need to do, if that's not working for me, I'm going to go undo down here, right back to the start, and I'm going to use the lasso cutout tool. So what if I hold my mouse pad down? So I'm holding the key down, can't let go. This allows me to custom cut out what I want to, okay? So when I get to here, I have to loop back all the way around to make it one whole, okay? Now we can see that's cut out the background I do not want. The last step for each image, if we go down to this filter tool here, we're going to turn it into black and white. Okay, so all our images are going to be black and white. So each time it comes to an image now, they are the steps you need to take. You either need to use the magic wand if it works for you, or the lasso cutout tool. Okay. The next step will show us how to create layers and develop our composition.